10/6 liter, built by Precision Tech and Wakarusa. It has 243 heads, a Texas Speed Bald Eagle boost cam, and a Force Performance 8088. We did remote mount coils, Holley high ram, Holley Sniper 92mm throttle body, has 210 pound-an-hour injectors. We run it on ethanol. Has a Fowler Speed and Performance log manifold, and I used the stock driver's side manifold for crossover and just V-banded all of it, and used the Holley or hooker crossover tube for it, which had to be modified to actually work, but it's a VS Racing intercooler. What else?
Front accessory drive?
Oh yeah, ICT billet, alternator bracket, and then we have the AC delete bracket, because obviously air conditioning wasn't going to fit anywhere in here. We used MAC valves. It's dual port MAC valves, but I'm not using onboard air right now. I think we're going to upgrade to some sort of small compressor with a tank to run onboard air, because just trying to use turbo air doesn't have the best boost control. It kind of hits pretty hard, which when we get to the tires you'll see. I'm just using stock truck coils. It's mostly stock body harness, kind of modified some of it. I redid the C1500 plugs so that I'm only using actually what I need to. Also some pretty sweet fender exit exhausts, which does need trimmed a little more because it does contact slightly.
All right, we're recording.
Underneath, it's fairly stock. It has the 4.6 drop, so 4-inch lowering springs in the front, and then I ran Viking dual adjustable shocks. Otherwise, up front, we're fairly stock. I did big bore calipers for the front calipers. Replaced a lot of the factory, like lower control arm, upper control arm, just to upgrade or make new, basically. We redid all the brake lines. It's all copper nickel. The oil pan is a stock truck pan, just drilled for AN line for turbo drain. And then my hooker crossover that we cut and welded to make it fit. I think that's everything up here. It's a Circle D converter built for the truck. It was spec'd by Pete at Circle D through FSI again. The trans itself is a completely stock 4L80. I don't actually know anything about the transmission. It only has an HD2 kit in it. We did absolutely nothing otherwise. The shift linkage we had to cut and re-weld over here. It didn't quite line up, but it was pretty easy to make it work correctly. Transmission cross member is also a frame brace. I can't honestly remember where I got that. I don't remember, but it's drilled and bolted. So if I ever do need to move it, I can.
Did you talk about the drive shaft on this yet?
No. The drive shaft is a 5-inch aluminum drive shaft from Precision Tech, I think, in Florida. The rear suspension itself, it's an 8.5/10 bolt. We put a mini spool in it and a 373 gear. We have the 4.6 drop spring, or it's 4-inch in the front, 6-inch in the back. That's the 6-inch drop flip kit, and just factory replacement springs. There are Mac brackets. I don't think Mac makes them anymore. They're out of Fort Wayne, or were. I don't know who makes them now. It's Nicky Bobby, or I don't know for sure.
Yeah, they were 4S10, and we had to drill them for the spring hangers.
They were pretty good though. It's a good angle for these Caltrack bars. It helps hook quite a bit. We ran Viking dual adjustable rear shocks again, but for the shocks, instead of using the weird dual angle shock, we built a shock bracket so that they're behind the axle. I think that helps hook a little. Took the spare tire carrier out and another brace for the frame here. Oh, and it also has a rear disc brake conversion from, I think it was from Big Brake Kits. I might be wrong on that. I'd have to look. And super bald tires that used to not be bald, but boost is fun and it ruins tires. Exterior wise, we're pretty stock. It's a 2-inch cowl hood. It's the race star drag pack for the truck. It's in primer right now. Eventually will be painted, but I'm waiting on a paint booth, so I have a place to paint it. For the bed, the back, I did a rear step shaver and roll pan. Looks much better than factory because the factory had the rear step and it looks dumb in my opinion. The only tonneau cover I could find for a step side was the snap-on, which kind of sucks. I want to like a tripod. I did a Rhino liner, spraying it in, or Raptor liner, spray it in bed liner. I think that's good for the outside, really. Interior wise, I redid, put new carpet in it. This was all maroon interior, so I reupholstered and refoamed this bench seat, and re-dyed all of the plastics. I did the two-tone on the dash, which was a maroon dash, and then we have the Holley 6 3/4-inch screen, and this was I think it was 3D printed. It was some company that made it for this, for the screen. And then this is a Spotify car thing that they made for like 2 years. So I have like a touchscreen radio, but it's all Bluetooth. I have a Bluetooth amp that I use for the stereo. There's not really a lot in here because it's tiny. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it.
Yeah, do a startup.
Oh yeah. This is something pretty cool that Timmy at FSI Racing did for me. We have the chop switch, so it'll idle like this, or if I turn it off, it'll idle pretty smooth. And we can go back and forth. It only does it in park, but this sounds way cool, so called it the chop switch. Our boost gauge is the amount of freedoms. And then my Spotify car thing. It's like a actual touchscreen radio. It's all touchscreen, but that's pretty cool. Oh, and we ran dial-a-boost from Sloppy Mechanics it goes with the Holley, so I can turn it up and down. I only ever really drive it around on 3 because anything past that is a little too rowdy.
Yeah.
Ready? So that's the lowest I've ever done that on fuel. So I don't know if you heard that cut out or not.
No.
Oh, you didn't? It did. Twice. But it went to 0 on the fuel level.
Oh, I thought that was you pedaling it.
Nope.
Okay.
I apparently only have a quarter tank.
On a.
And it all sloshed in the back.
I was gonna say, on what size tank?
It's a 20 something.
Yeah, that needs modifying a little bit more.
Yeah. So these tires are bald.
Yes, they are. You have slicks.
Not in the good way either.
No.